Early game is all about tempo. They want to, so they're gonna submerge our reclaimer. What is going on? 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 Roger Steady. They're usually on like painter deck. I think that's fine, I guess. I definitely want a land. Fetches are probably better too. Yeah, let's take that. The reason being is like maybe it matters because of Archon. If we need to fetch white later or Reclaimer, growing Reclaimer is what I mean. Alright. I think we wanted to just ramp here, so I think this is correct. The line here is just to get Archon next turn. And how we do that is we get a Cradle, get an Arbor. We beat kind of multiple removal spell that way, or sort of. I hope they don't have a Revoker here though. What this does is it... Okay, wait. That's pretty good. Actually, that was... I should have glimpsed. That was a mistake. I did it too quickly. But I don't think it matters much, if at all. Yeah, it probably doesn't matter, to be honest. I should have glimpsed though, because Diggs went deeper and we knew we were going to natural order that turn anyways. Yeah, okay. I mean, misplay but not punished. Sorry, I'm like trying to answer one of my friends too. I've been busy this whole day essentially with work stuff, so I'm trying to answer a few late emails and things like that, and text messages from buddies of mine. So a buddy of mine is updating me about the infect update. I don't really know what's going on. Apparently, like the infect creatures are Phyrexian now, is what I understand, which makes them a little softer to engineer. I don't know how much of that really changes because the deck is already kind of weak to engineer, but I mean, I guess it makes it maybe unplayable, but there was a time when people said Elves was unplayable, to be fair too. For whatever that's worth. I don't think we want any of this. I think maybe we want the Thoughtseizes. I feel like it's a little slow. Also, like, if they're trying to cheese wins with Blood Moon, maybe not where we want to be. I don't think we need to overboard. This is the same. We're just finishing up the league from yesterday to be. For anybody who's tuning in late or watching the replay. I'll just keep it. I don't think we need to board that much. If I had Leyline, I would board it, but I don't think Thoughtseize is worth it. It's slow. That's pretty good. Keep. Sorry, I'm a little bit discombobulated at the moment. It's been a long day and what's it call it? Just frantically just kind of doing this last minute. Definitely was not expecting to stream today, but I figured it might be a good chance to Oh, I'm gonna fetch first. Might be a good chance to, what's the word I'm looking for? The stars have aligned for various reasons for me to do this, so to speak. Reclaimer, ooh, not really what I want. I kind of want this to be an oof. But then it's awkward because I don't have a turn one play. I think ooze is kind of slow here. I think we have to like at least threaten that we have something going on. So yeah, it's like kind of a fake out like that. It's like real bad if we just do nothing turn one, in my opinion. Uh-oh. Wait, what? Jeez. Alright, I guess I just lose. Like, that's kind of nutty. Alright, we will. I don't know. I don't think I'm playing around like this kind of hand. Maybe we should have brought in Thoughtseize, but I feel like that's kind of playing scared. Like our hand was like pretty good, but kind of unfortunate. You know what? Maybe we'll do it for science. Like, bring in the. I don't really like Thoughtseize because they have Welder, right? Like that just seems not very good. Ugh. Traditionally, Leyline has been like decent. Actually, let's just keep it alone. I'm gonna trust my instincts here. Um, what's up, Viper Force, aka my homeboy from my LGS, Davis Centeno. So yeah, for those of you just tuning in right now, a little discombobulated, like I said, but we are trying to finish up this league from you last night. We are already 2-0 in the league, but hopefully we can make it 3-0 here. We'll just leave it alone. This is a keep. Like, I mean, we lose the Blood Moon, but like, so what? I don't think they would keep Blood Moon in against us. It seems bad, especially if we have Rangers. So like, it's not really doing anything in my opinion. And we have the Once Upon a Time too, like if need be. We want creatures here. That's a hell of a creature. Ask and you shall receive. Lewis, what are you doing, bud? My dog needs help. All right, I need to give me like 2 seconds. That's my dog making that ruckus in the background. Uh, this represents Bolt. Uh-huh. This is a little awkward. I think we play it here and try to glimpse next turn. Like, it's awkward to play the Ranger into that and just have no fodder for glimpse. If they have the Bolt, so be it. Like, it's just too awkward to make the other play. And they bolt here, it's like even worse, right? Like, we can't even play the oof. We're like cut off mana. Yeah, that's gotta be Bolt. Yep. Unfortunate, but I think we have to do it that way.
I know, right? This is a new record for me. Just like back-to-back days. Hopefully, we had the same luck we had last night. Yikes! All right, man. They have, man, it's like see now I feel bad about like running the oof out there. Like I think I just missed the very last. Being on the East Coast and all. That's fair. Actually, okay, here's a good line. They engineered here, but we can just hit the grindstone and just like bog them both. I kind of like that actually. Actually, we can do actually a little bit better. And I want a ramp for next turn too. So let's do this. I'm gonna play this, and then decay their grindstone, and just like, and then just ignore their engineer now. This is kind of a sweet line, right? Because we deal. This is like really annoying to deal with, like because it's a recursion. All good, Romario. Like we went 9-3 overall last night. We went 4-1, 3-2, and then we started this league at 2-0. And typically, I'm a little scared too because my first match of the day, I'm typically play a lot worse. Like I'll admit it. Like I don't really think through my lines as clearly. I just kind of like wing things. Come on, Lewis. Yeah, it's kind of like I don't take leagues too seriously. Right? I like, trying to get water here. I mean, I'm notorious probably now for my restroom breaks. Like, I apologize. Can't help it. Wasteland? What in the world's going on? Ugh, that's also very annoying. Here, like usually not, but it is here. In the tourney practice. I haven't done that deep, but like, that's pretty funny, Romero. Yeah, I mean, I can see the appeal. Like, you don't have to worry about it. You just like multitask, do like different things. I think we just go here. We don't net. Oh, man, this is annoying. But we don't net extra mana, so I'm just gonna do it the other way. I think we just gotta draw gas here. Like, luckily they don't really have anything going on either. I mean, speaking of gas, right? Uh, hmm. They have two cards. I mean, I'm just gonna get the Arbor here. In case they have something crazy like Wasteland again. Also, this means we have lethal, right? I just want to be efficient with mana. It's like awkward they just Blood Moon us here, though. I don't expect them to bring it in, but like you never know. Like I don't think it's very good against us. But like there's other cards that have I also don't think is very good against us, but people have brought it in and have gotten me with it, so I don't want to get got, so to speak. All right. Let's see what's going on here. I could have gotten an Arbor. Um, but I just wanted to save this in case it matters. They might bolt in response or something like that, but I don't think that's like the end of the world. is going on? A braid, maybe? Oh, they're getting the chromatic star, sure. Alright. I think they're looking for a removal spell. So that, I mean, this is like kind of already bad, right? I think it's probably game. I can't even think of an out here for them. At least in these colors. Uh, sure. This is like still lethal, right? For yeah, 16. So that's fine. Yeah. I mean, like, if I really wanted to ensure extra damage, I could have like crop rotation for the arbor earlier, but I just didn't see a point to. I mean, we got maximum league benefits so far right now, right? Actually, let me pause this. I need to get my stuff together real quick. I'm gonna get some water first and then use the restroom. I'll be right back. Probably like 90 seconds. Yeah, I want to apologize to everybody on the East Coast. I know I'm starting like, especially for me, later tonight, but unfortunately, I got off work kind of late today, and I didn't think I was gonna be streaming tonight. Anyways, it's kind of bonus if you think of it that way. But I recognize it's already late over there on the East Coast. I figured better a late stream than no stream, right? Uh, so yeah, whoever's tuned in right now, I appreciate you guys tuning in for me, even though it's potentially very late over there on the East Coast. So far, like between today and yesterday, now we're officially 10-3 with this list, no changes. I think the only thing I mentioned yesterday so far to quickly recap is might want like two ley lines to keep graveyard people honest. Like I don't like people just assuming I don't have that card and just you're not gonna board in Force of Vigor or anti leyline cards. Like then you're gonna get punished, right? If I draw the leyline. Part of me wants someone just one Wasteland too, right? Just like, oh, you don't think I'm playing Wasteland? That's probably really accurate. It's like I think I don't even want to run this card, but I feel like leagues you kind of need it. Just too much people who don't want to play Magic, or let me rephrase that: Too many people want only play one turn of Magic. That's probably true. Actually, I don't know. I feel like the Storm Hate is better in the leagues than the Graveyard Hate. The Graveyard Hate tends to be okay in challenges because I feel like there's always gonna be the people who play Hogak or Dredge just because they want a like favorable Delver matchup. I don't know how. I mean, it depends who you ask too, right? Like, if you ask Daniel G, for instance, he thinks he's favored against every deck when he's on Delver. So, not gonna beat him if you're on Dredge or Hogak, but might be some other Delver players. So our opponent mulled to 5. I don't really know what they're on, but I mean, I feel favored based on that alone. Although when people aggressively mull to like 4, it always scares me. Like, I hope I'm not getting. Ooh, it's the mirror. I hope I'm not getting cheesed out, right? Like somebody going turn 1 Balustrade Spy or something like that. So there's no reason not to get Savannah here. It might even make our opponent think we're on Green-White Depths or Maverick. Unfortunately, this is not really the type of hand I want in the mirror. It's got, like, potentially a turn 3 natural order, but I need to draw 1-drop. Elf. Yeah, and we're on the draw here, too, which is... I mean, it's possible they need what we're on. That's why they mulligan aggressively. But, so it's just life, right? One of the downsides definitely of playing a non-blue deck on Moto, or consistently playing a non-blue deck on Moto. Like, if your opponent knows you're not on Force of Will, like, they just have the licenses go fast, or, yeah, like combo players can just go fast against you. I'm not sure it matters too much here. Like, oh, kept a 1-lander. That is greedy. Alright, I think here, in case we need this to be an Arbor, we just keep it in hand. I'm just going to go ahead and play out my dudes and then glimpse for value this turn. You don't glimpse immediately because that only draws you 2. And we don't have Nettle Send on the list, so it doesn't work the way we want it to. Alright, so we have lethal next turn, but we just need to fade 1 turn. And the Wooded Foothills, like... Yeah, we already did that. we'll make this have more than lethal. Not that it matters, but... we just need to not die here, is the hope. Oh, man. Hopefully they're playing the Hoofless, and that's not lethal. Nice. Alright, we had the kill on the crackback. That's why you gotta play Archon. Nine, 17. Alright, we just chump with 1. Oops, cancel. We can't block bounce here. We have to eat 1 damage, and I'm gonna eat it with this. Go to 16. Okay. Sweet. Alright, now we have like way more than lethal now. I just gotta make sure I count the math right. Like, Yeah, like Archon Greater Sign Hoof. Like, if it's not lethal, you better be getting Archon, in my opinion. And they probably don't have it. And we were on the draw that game. Keep that in mind. Like, this is what I mean by when I say the mirror against the Neto version is pretty even. Like, and that the difference is like pretty negligible. This is kind of what I mean. Like, we didn't know they were on elves. We just kept the normal hand, and we raced them. Even though, in theory, I know we're not favored. 100% Romero. You just cannot allow them to untap like willy nilly like that, unless you're like cleaning out their board with the Cradle Hoof attack, which they were not doing here. Like, we just lost one dude. You got to get Archon if Archon's in your deck there. Like, it feels so bad to just lose the way they just did. Well, if they're being greedy, is what I mean. What was I supposed to do? This is like too cute for Archon, by the way, in case people are wondering. I think it's fine. Like, having Nettle Sentinel in your deck versus Reclaimer of the Mirror gives you advantage. I'm not going to dispute that for sure. The thing is, the difference is not 10 to 20%. It's like 3%. It's like, if I were to guess, it's probably like 47, 53 or something like that. It's not much. Like, typically speaking, the person with natural order wins. It's not so much who has Nettle, who has Reclaimer. Hopefully that makes sense. Like, rule, you have turn 3 natural order. It should be a win. The reason why it wasn't a win for them is because they missed land drop turn 2, and because they mold a 5, so it's like kind of related. They should have won game 1 though, but again, it's like heavily dependent on who goes first and heavily dependent on who has natural order. Typically speaking, the Nettle versus Reclaimer difference is like third or fourth down the line of what matters. We have a turn 2 glimpse, but they mold. I think we just keep. Like, we're not favored here of being on the draw, but we have a game 3, so I don't think we can just dig for Thoughtseize because they have their own Thoughtseize, right? Keep. And they might just keep a Thoughtseize hand, to be fair too. Pretty clutch though, you know, not having to lose our whole board, and them not having the Archon in the deck. I would say if they had Archon in the deck, they'd probably be a slight favorite to win from that spot. It's just whoever draws Wirewood plus Visionary first probably wins. From there, at least. Here we're just getting black for Thoughtseize. The nice thing is we have an Ancestral Recall next turn. We just gotta hope that we're not dead though. Is the thing. I mean, we very likely could be. Like, this matchup is like not very skill intensive in my opinion. Ranger, yeah. We're probably just dead. But I don't think it's correct to just mold the Thoughtseize. Sure. Ooh, not a great hand by them. Like, I'll take, you know, 1 mana Thought Cast anytime instead over dying or Ancestral Recall. The problem is this, right? Like, I'm almost certain they have natural order in hand now. Like, I don't believe they could really whiff that badly. Alright, we have to go for it. We have no choice. We can't cast Double Glimpse here, because in case it matters, but I don't think it will. Ugh, that's like very painful to see. I'll turn late. If they know what they're doing, we're probably dead. Oh, okay, so they kept a similar hand to us, where it's just double glimpse. We're probably still dead though. I can't imagine whiffing that badly here with Cradle mana. And they drew 3 the previous turn already too, right? 2 off the glimpse, 1 off the visionary. Like I can imagine they're 4. One of them's probably a land. I mean, okay, looks like a natural order's coming. Nope. This gives me some hope. But this is just so broken right now, though. Digging 5 deep. I would still bet we're dead, but I mean, I don't know for sure. They haven't played a land drop yet, too. So I'm guessing one of their cards in hand is a Cradle. Excuse me. Did they just whiff? I think they did. Huh. Oh, water. Oh, they were trying to. Yeah, I don't know if I would have done it the way they did it. If you play a land first, you get more mana instead of tapping the Cradle right away. Oh, that's not good. That's gotta be. It's either Waterwood or Heritage Druid here. That's not good for us. I think they have Natural Order in hand. Right? Because 3, 4 mana. What? Oh, they're going on the aggro plan next turn? That doesn't seem right. I mean, they have hoof mana next turn anyways. I don't think that's correct, what they did. I don't know their hand, but I can't imagine that's the correct play. Ooh, that's kind of nice. The awkward thing is we have to block 3 here. Oh, man. They're going to bash for all. Oh, they drew it anyways. Never mind. I thought for a second they drew the green sun of the natural order. We have to block 3. Man, that is awkward. And 2 of which are gonna die. Or 3, I guess. In this 1, 2, 3. Go to 10. I think we play to our outs here. We're gonna lose the Waterwood regardless. But we have live outs, right? Like we can glimpse into natural order, we can natural order, we can green sun. There's a couple ways. It's just really awkward where we have to throw. We were exactly at 15 instead of 16. Come on. Ooh, that's not. No, not. Yeah. I think what we could have done was actually. Actually, it might be okay. Now that I think about it. We have Cradle Mana. So this might be okay. We can actually block everything. And live. And they lose everything. If they run everything in here, we're just gonna pump and activate, and then they lose everything. We lose close to everything, but not everything. But we should have cropped in response on upkeep though. That was a mistake. Okay, never mind. It just doesn't matter here. To deck thin. Top deck. We should have. Yeah, maybe it helps us. We should. That's a mistake by me. I should have crop in response. It would have given us more outs, but I don't know how much it matters there, right? Of course, I don't say that if I draw the natural order, the green sun there, right? But small percentage, you gotta give yourself a chance. Sometimes you make the wrong play, and you can draw what you need, but I think it's correct there to crop in response. This is like very good hand. Keep. I think if we draw a land, it's even better because we can just crop away whatever we draw the land. I think removal is real bad in this matchup because it's 2 mana for their 1, and they're a lot of times their 1 they already got value out of it. I think yeah, unless it's like 1 mana removal, I think removal is real bad in this matchup. Like decay is not very good. Small misplay with not cropping on our upkeep to get the cradle then, but I don't think it really matters. Like odds are we weren't gonna draw what we needed. Like we had some outs, and the percentage loss there by not fetching is like pretty small. for one turn, right? It matters more over multiple turns, but in that specific chance, we lowered our percentages a little bit. We still easily could have hit it off, not crop, but you know, we lost a little bit of percentage chance because of it. Is the short story. I'm not gonna beat myself up too much because we could, like I said, we could have easily drawn and got lucky for misplaying there too because the percentages don't change much. I really would like a land here. Cradle would be best, obviously, but any land is like pretty good here because we want to be able to pitch with a crop rotation. I think we just play everything out. Like we can't glimpse. We have the turn 3 natural order. I don't think they have discard. They would have done turn 1. Or at least turn 1 is safe. It's a little greedy, in my opinion, depending on their hand, to not turn 1 Thoughtseize. It's funny, too. I almost didn't play this. Well, I guess I didn't. That's not true. I was thinking about cutting this card, but this card is like real huge in this matchup. What is going on? It's funny too. I feel like this is the type of loss that we're gonna have, and it's gonna pain me that they brought in decay and okay, they didn't get they did get rewarded for that kind of line. This is not good against, but I have lost to it, which is the aggravating part. Yeah. Like sometimes I just will lose the mirror or vice versa because one person draws better than the other. Like I said, whoever goes first and whoever has natural order like wins. Um, Not a very skill intensive matchup in my opinion. Like you would have to misplay horribly if you had decay. Sorry, not decay. If you were on the play and had natural order to lose the game. Actually, I take that back. I don't think it's possible to lose if you have if you're on the plane, you have to turn 3 natural to lose. Outside of things like that game 1 where they model 5, right? But you can argue the misplay is deck building. They didn't have the Archon. I mean, we're like just squeaking by here. Uh, while we're waiting, so yeah, this is kind of clutch there. Like every time I think about cutting it, and then like these matchups come up where it's like, oh, I really want that speed, and this was like the complete difference in the match right there. Like you don't have this, or I should not you. We don't have this, we lose that game there. In my opinion, we needed to hit a land and we didn't, and it still got us there. Um, the sideboard, yeah, like I said, I like to find room for 2 lane lines just to keep people honest, but maybe I don't need this. Hard to say. We have. It's funny. Ever since I put this into the deck, have not really run into Storm, or at least the Storm decks I've run into is like Ant, where you can beat it kind of without it, anyways. Um, this thing has been just insane. Like for those of you who tuned in yesterday, or maybe I missed it, there was one Delver opponent who messaged me after the game and said, "Man, that card is like broken against them." And I guess they're not that far wrong, but it's just funny to see. Like, I joke with my buddy Adam Wallace, like, this is like a 14th pick draft card. that is like doing damage in Legacy right now. Another question that was brought up in my Discord is I know people are like kind of struggling against the blue red Delver versions with Whale and Sprite Dragon. I can't recommend this enough. But if you want more than 4 removal, or at least want more decays, you want the 5th removal spell. I definitely would play the 3rd decay. Like I don't want more than 2 of this because they have a Pyromancer draw, and you're suddenly just staring at this. It can be a little awkward, but if I were to play a 5th removal spell, it'd be over like the Cabal Pit or the this is like very meta dependent. Ooh, we are playing against Mitchell for the 5-0. We gotta mull this. I think we keep. Unfortunately, we gotta keep this. Like, well, I guess we can assume once upon I'm gonna hit, and like this is. I know they are sometimes on Stoneblade. Man, this is like kind of awkward against. I think we don't want to whiff, so let's do that. Unless I know for sure what they're on. Oops. That was bad. Let's... It's funny. Our mistake might have just worked in our favor. I meant to do it my turn, but I think me doing it on their turn maybe threw them off. And thought maybe we didn't have a land. Yikes. Not what I want to see. Yeah, that was a misclick. For some reason, I thought it was my turn. Just hope. Alright, now we know not to play the Visionary. We don't have lethal here, so I'm gonna go for the Visionary line and hope we get lucky. Alright, so they had it. I don't think they have 2 Snapcasters. Or at least I'm not playing around it. Like, I don't think we can. It's funny. The matchup that I kind of want Shepherd for, right? Like, this is kind of insane against us. They have 2. They forced our... Like, I think we just go for the win here. Like, I think we can't hope to top deck out of this. And if they have it, they have it. Like, so be it. I don't think Jace is on top, but I think it has to be force or bust here. Yeah. Whew. Man, that is close. Like you, I always subscribe, and Mitchell's a very good player, but I think we are likely to lose the longer this game goes on, and we just have to go for the win. You can't play scared. Not particularly great against him. I know he has a lot of like containment priest type stuff, but maybe we just don't have enough to bring in. Let me see. Uh, Possible we want the decays too, right? With counterbalance being an issue. I typically don't like bringing counterbalance in against these kind of decks, but it might be worth it if they're on counterbalance. Not to mention we have like a ton of stuff to board out. Like all of these one drops that like I don't like heritage. Like it incentivizes overextending, right? Not very good against counterbalance. Just like you want your deck to not overextend Terminus, and this has a habit for doing that. Uh, I don't know if they actually. This could be good. It's a little awkward. I don't really want to bring this in, but let me think. We can go down another Birchlord. So few creatures though. I think we want the decay against counterbalance deck. Yeah, let's try it. I'm not 100% sure about this boarding strategy. Of course. Of course. This is the mode of 4 already, essentially, right? Because they're all dead. Mulligan. Yikes. Man. I think we play the percentages. The reason why I'm putting the Thoughtseize away is because if they have turn 2 counterbalance, we have to draw exactly land here to answer it. I don't think we can go to 5. Like, this is like kind of playable. And we have a few turns to draw land. But not looking great. The thing is, they kept 7. I don't want to go to 5. Like this is like borderline already. All right, thank goodness they didn't have it. Oh, they're missing land drops too, so that's not. We're still in it. Now we're really in it. Unfortunately, this would be one of the times where I would want Queer and Ranger, and I don't have it in the list. They may force this. That's fine. Not the end of the world. Like it's a race to whoever hits land now. I think. Yeah. Queen Ranger kind of like completely unlocks this hand, and maybe I need to run one like because of situations like this. But the problem is like, what do I cut, right? Because that crop rotation was just so good in the previous match. The reason why I'm playing it out because I need to develop mana. That's brutal. This is a card that I don't think is traditionally very good against me, but this is the example where it is here. And I can't really play around it here. In general, I don't think it's great, but people get me all the time with that card. Man, not going anywhere. What did we? I should have paid more attention to their mana base. What is it called? The previous game. I think so. Heads up. Uh, Based on their mana configuration, I do not believe they're on Mystic Sanctuary. So I'm gonna board out the bog. That is misplay on my behalf. Like the Prismatic Vista was a giveaway, and I just was not paying attention. And well, that's one of the issues, right? Like, the good thing is, I don't think we were winning this game regardless. That might just lock it up. Thanks, Ken Sportsman. Yeah, I sporadically decided to finish the league from last night. We're sitting on a 4-0 right now, but we were started 2-0 today. To be fair, too, so we're really just 2-0 today. Yeah, we're dead here. There's no point. I don't want to waste Mitchell's time. I know he doesn't like it when people slow roll in general, so I don't think we want the bog, to be honest. Like, who cares about Snapcaster? This comes out. We're just gonna board back in creatures. Maybe we'll want the Cradle, like, just for speed. I think it's probably fine to have 3, though. Yeah, this is fine. I should have had more Cradles. I mean, easy to say, right? Oh, not Cradles, sorry. More creatures. This is a lot better. Keep. I'm gonna fetch first to deck thin. It's gotta be the Wirewood. I'm gonna. Let me see. I'm gonna do it main phase actually. There's an argument to be made here to ramp. Actually, I kind of like that. Because what ramping does is, if they force the glimpse, and they can't, brainstorm into Terminus me here. Yes, Leibniz. The Yellow Mamba is my brother, I'm assuming. This chat is live. For anybody who's into math, yes, our names are Newton and Leibniz. I'm scared of brainstorm. Like they haven't done anything. I'm scared of brainstorm to terminus. But we just go here. Like if they have it, they have it. What? Hmm. I'm debating whether I should play out the cradle now, right? In case he goes something into fluster. Force. Okay. Why? I'm gonna attack. If they have, I don't think they have priest here. It could be Snapcaster, but I think we live with that. I wish that was black mana though, because I wanted to cast that Thoughtseize. Yikes, man. Kind of brutal. Not the end of the world, but pretty brutal. Okay, that's really brutal now. I mean, better lucky than good, I guess. I think we it's blind what they have. Yeah, it was. Actually, I kind of messed up. I should have. Man, this is like bad sequencing by me. I should have fetched the Arbor first and then Thoughtseize out the Bayou and played it off the Cradle. Alright, I'm getting sloppy. Jace, yeah. So the problem is I should have had another creature here to take Jace down to 1. Um Unfortunately instead I fetched wrong and now Jace might live as a result. I think if they have Terminus, we lose anyways. So I think we just go all in. I don't think we're beating Jace if they have Terminus here. Actually, I should have done this. I I thought about what I really want to do was morph, and then I decided against it because it's not uncounterable. Maybe they put a land or something on top. It, if it's Supreme Verdict, same thing. We just lose, right? If they attack with Jace, we're not playing around sleepers now. Shuffle gives me some hope. No shuffle is bad, I think, for us. We might just be dead here. Well, that's not the end of the world. Oops. Alright, we can still take Jace out if they like randomly force our visionary here. But we're looking for the natural order. That's actually very good here. Let me see. We take Jace out. So, man, we are 1 mana short. Jace has cut. We don't have lethal. Yeah, we don't have lethal here, so we have to take the Jace off the board. Sorry, am I doing it right? Yeah, I think that's right. Oh my god, I'm so dumb. Okay, I just like was brain farting on something, and then I just should have had our opponent down to 8. I just like clicked through it for no reason. That was bad. Yeah, I'm like lacking focus at the moment, unfortunately. All right. We don't want. Man, the Narset is annoying. I think we just take that off the board. And then we got to take the Mentor off the board. I don't think we play around the counterbalance. Yeah, I know, Levi. I'm just kicking myself because I cost myself 4 points of damage. Because I just like, you know, click through it without thinking. Not a great draw. I guess 8 out the brainstorm is not the worst. Oh man. I'm gonna be kicking myself if that 4 points of damage matters. Or what they preordained put 2 cards on top? That's not good. I think we have to do it anyways. Yep. Did we have the mana, Levi? I think it's no. I don't think. I think that's fine. Like we. I have to think it back. I don't remember the exact sequencing. What happened? I can. We can look afterwards, but. What would decaying the mentor? Oh, Jesus! All right. I think we're just dead now. Well, maybe. No, we got them. Well, they let the Jace die, I guess. I thought they would block, but maybe not. We didn't know about the Narsib. And well, you might be right. I think you might be right. Yeah, because what that does is it gets the we still kill Jace. I was just thinking about the damage. I think we're probably just dead here. Oh, highly disappointing. I think they're probably holding Snapcaster in hand. Like, but what can we do? We need this to resolve. Nope, and it's not going to. All right, we have a chance. Uh, in these type of games, Leibniz, natural order is usually the key card that we need. It's often the best top deck because it just wins the game on the spot. Visionary will be huge too. Agreed, Levi. I mean, this is kind of a visionary, right? Oh no. Sure. Wait, what? Oh, we drew a second one. Okay. Always lucky, I know, right? I think they forgot about the shepherd. Or hoping we forgot. That's true. The more you draw, the more you they're tapped out, so there's no reason not to do this. I'm glad they're not attacking. That it means that they don't have a cantrip in hand. Better lucky than good. Okay, so we were bound to miss. That land was like, that's also very good. Now we really just want natural order. That's pretty good too. Oops, the wrong one. Why can't I do this right? Oh my god. I think we were like 5% chance to win that game. Wow. I feel bad for Mitchell. Like I drew extremely well and I'm pretty sure like I thought I was like pretty much dead. I was thinking about conceding to be honest. That was one heck of a match. And I guess we were rewarded too, right? That was a 5-0 match, so it was like deserving of a good match. But what's it called? Man, what a match. Jesus. We're 12-3 now with this list since last night, and then a hell of a game right now too. One second, I need to respond to something. Yeah, join for now. I don't think they had force to be fair, Matzo Ball. But based on the way that well, maybe because they could have forced the well, I don't know. It's hard to say, right? Like I don't know what is in their hand. So yeah, we did lead with Shepard into Wirewood, but they did force something earlier, I believe. I could be wrong. We won game one, like also kind of behind in the matchup, and we had natural order. Um, we had to have it resolved essentially without any backup, and it just happened. He didn't have the force, and because they had a counterbalance out, and the longer the game goes, the more we're not favored, and that was a crazy, crazy game. But I'll be right back. I gotta use the restroom, but I'll let the chat just think about what happened in the match right now and why this. I've always said for a long time, Elves top decks really well, so I'll be right back. We drew the hoof liveness, so I'm back. Testing. But yeah, that was kind of a nuts game. Like I guess we'll just run it back. Like it's still kind of early. Well, I do have some stuff to take care of tomorrow, but we'll finish whenever we finish. It's not a big deal. Um, but yeah, kind of a nuts game right now, chat. Like I think I was like 5% chance to win. Like honestly speaking, I contemplated just conceding to save everybody time, but we had live draws and it seemed like our opponent had live live draws too. So I don't know what this person's on. It looks familiar, but I don't remember. Well, oof, I hate drawing this. Yorian, that's always a welcome sight. Why people play Yorian? It's to help the fair matchups, but you probably get a little weakened because you see your anti combo cards with less density. I think with elves, I would not play Yorian only because like your combo matchups are already iffy pre-board. You just don't want to like lose more percentage points against it. I mean, I guess it depends too, right? Like I think some people just think the okay. I think they're on Vile. That's like blue white Vile. We don't really have much going here. I think the line might be just Ranger into Visionary, but depends. Like we have a lot of cards that can just change what we do here. If you really have nothing going for you, just like cradle on two, but I don't think we want to be doing that yet. Not to mention you get like severely, severely punished if they have a swords. What is going on? Oh, they have this main. Okay, I see what's going on. Yeah, they are on blue white bio, and they just have that main. Interesting. I think we need mana. I'm just gonna bash and see what happens. I think they have like bounce effects. I don't. I've never actually really played against this much. I think we need the mana badly now. The nice thing about Green Sun and why we need to run, especially without Korean Ranger. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, with like Charming Prince or whatever, and then I guess it comes back under owners, right? Yeah, yeah, that makes sense, Romario. Yeah, this is Jeff's deck. As a heads up, my brother doesn't play Legacy, and so be patient with him, please. If you think some of his questions seem kind of obvious, he plays a lot of arena, so like he knows some standard and like draft, but not really the legacy player or anything. Like he knows everything he knows is pretty much whatever I tell him, but just pardon his questions if need be. I've never told him that, to be fair. I did tell him I think Delver is probably the best all-around deck in Legacy. One of his favorite cards is Astro Slide, for whatever that's worth, chat. For whatever that's worth. Swords? Nope. I'm running into another scenario where I kind of wish I had the Korean Ranger now, but it is what it is. Like, we just play without it. Also, we don't get as punished if we draw a land here. And if they swords, well, I don't know what's happening here, but we're definitely not attacking, I'll tell you that much. This feels like there's some kind of removal looming, but maybe not. So he does know what Engineer Plague and Plague Engineer are. I don't know if he knows Perish off the top of his head, but it's an old card. I'm not sure he knows what Perish means. Yeah, nothing we can do at the moment. This is actually one of the scenarios where I don't want to bounce Visionary. Like, we're a little bit constrained by mana. It's one of the few scenarios we don't have Cradle, right? Also, his nickname is Dr. Yellow Mamba because he has his PhD and his favorite player growing up was Kobe Bryant. Yeah, definitely rip. Gone too soon. Gone too soon. Oh gosh. It might be Peacekeeper here, but we'll see. It's like super awkward for us, right? If it is. I'm actually kind of happy to see Engineer here, right? Because that means no Peacekeeper. Maybe this Drake can just go the distance. Let's see. The Ooze doesn't do anything here because it can't attack through the Engineer. I think we just once and see what we have to work with. That's not a good draw. Maybe they'll force this. I don't know. We shouldn't have fetched Bayou first. To bluff at least. What is it called? The Cabal Pit. you don't want to in general, this matchup, something to be aware of. You typically don't want to get two arbiters because they will flicker the engineer and you just get blown the you know what out. Two, three, four, five. Okay, I have Archon mana. That's nice. Uh oh. Sure. So they have Urian next turn already. If they tap out here for the companion, I don't think we can allow. Well, they can even countercast it, so I don't think it matters. I guess. The problem is they Urian and then they get the recruiter though, so whatever that's worth. All right, they don't Urian. That's kind of good. 4 is a little scary though. This could be like Teferi. Sure. It could be like Palace Jailer or something. If it's Jailer, we get blown out anyway, so we just run in. Maybe that's Force of Negation. Yeah, that could be it. Yeah, opponent name Glimpse, Linus. It kind of feels like, well, I think we need instant. I think that's a given. I don't know. Oh, I know why. So they can Yuri in the next turn and then get their dudes back, anyways. I feel like we probably lost, but I don't know. It's hard to say. We're bashing for 8 here. The Urian blocks the Drake though. And maybe we're just dead regardless. I know I said not to fetch Arbor, but I mean, I don't think we can play around that kind of stuff at the moment. And they have Caracas even, like... I really don't like playing this matchup. I thought with Jeff actually already qualifying for the, winning the Pro Tour, I thought, oh, maybe we won't see as much of this deck. And I grant, for sure I haven't as much because he's the main innovator. But, yeah, this is like a very awkward matchup. They operate on axis. I'm not, like... It's harder to beat, so to speak. Urian's what, end step or their end step? At the beginning of next end step, sure. Opponent made a big mistake, according to them. I think I'm gonna do for 2, and let me see if we can steal this game. Nice. The random collector who's stealing the match. Or not the match, sorry. The game. I've done this before, but it's been a while because usually Oof is like sideboard, and I don't want it in this matchup. But this is kind of insane what happened. Like I've done it against Turbo Depths players where like I green sun for 2, and they have a Lotus Petal out, and then they don't respond to it, and then because they don't expect Oof game a main deck. Yeah, because I'm tired of losing to the Romarios of the world. With Doomsday and whatnot. Like Elves typically has good fair matchups and bad unfair matchups, so it's a hedge. And you have 4 Green Suns in it and 3 natural orders, so it's a way to steal game 1 against combo. Hey Duchess, thanks. I don't know if you saw the line right now, but we just stole this game against our opponent because we Green Sun for 2 to lock out the Urian before attacks. It's like a highlighter. Yeah. Oh, you missed it then. Yeah, I'm playing the main deck Oof at the moment because it's not as good as it was when Astrolabe was around, but I think Elves we need to be able to beat combo at least some percentage of the time game 1. Like I don't want to just go into games 2 and 3 just down a game all the time. I mean you're still a dog obviously, but like you have some outs now. Cabal Pit's like real good. It's like really specific for this matchup too. So that's nice. The 2 decays are nice. I don't think we care about the run of file. We're actually boarding this out, but it's kind of nice to threaten it if need be. I think we don't crop. I think we can cut it heritage. Like we know Plague Engineer is coming in. Like we just won through Plague Engineer, which is kind of nuts, right? Like I don't think we want Scavenge Ooze. Maybe we just want the Oof. It's just like better than the Heritage Druid, I think. We don't have much, unfortunately. I don't like keeping in too many Heritage Druids because they have Plague Engineer. Like Thoughtseize like real awkward in this matchup. Maybe we bring it in because we don't have anything better. I hate doing this. Actually, the crop is not bad because it represents more copies of Cabal Pit. How does this look at the moment? This is probably better than the Thoughtseize is. Like the Oof has like. Oh, hey Mitchell. Sorry about the loss earlier, but yeah, Ken Sports Fan is one of the viewers. I'm like debating right now if I want the Thoughtseize. I feel like I don't. I'd rather not board against like these creature decks. All right, well we'll just roll with it. Let's see what happens. I don't really like the Oof too, but I think I just don't want to lose the Plague Engineer, so it's not a bad hand. Not bad. Like we definitely did not deserve to win that last game. Like we were just behind in so many ways. Typically, you can beat Plague Engineer game 1, but not typically against that kind of deck. I think you wanted Symbiote. I think it was easy. How do you find the matchup on Elves? I think it depends. Duchess, are you talking about against my build specifically, or just the classic build? Because I think there's a big difference, right? In that particular matchup between the 2 variants. Um, I think I'm pretty. I think I'm favored, but it's not unwinnable for the other side. I'll put it that way. I think Karakas and Crop Rotation are just huge in the matchup. And Reclaimer, obviously, like for Karakas. And Not to mention, this is like real annoying for you too, or that deck, not for you specifically, but run afoul is like real good, and that's not really even for your that matchup. It's really for the whale and like the sprite dragon, but yeah, it's. I don't think you were on Duchess yet last night, but we had a Delver opponent just scream to us that that card is broken, which is funny to think about, right? We had an opponent called Run Afoul broken. Wait, did they name Wirewood? Are you kidding me? Oh, I guess they saw it off the Once Upon a Time. Okay, that's fair. That is fair. Oh man, I feel like we just get blown the you know what out here with a plague engineer. I'm just not even gonna bother. Like this smells of an engineer coming, but we'll see. Oh man, if they didn't cast engineer there, they don't have an engineer, in my opinion. Like, there's no. I mean, I don't know how our opponent's boarding, but like, I can't see a reason not to slam engineer on 3 there and just eat 2 creatures to set us back to 1 mana if they have it. Like, it's just so greedy, in my opinion. If they're holding it. I think we need to be safe here. We got to lead with this. Actually, cancel. I think we need all. Sorry to hear that, Mitchell. I was trying to play fast for you. Out of respect, I know you don't appreciate. We just screwed that up. I forgot we can't cast this. That is just bad by me. We maybe untilted, right? Unpunted here. That savage heritage druid draw. Actually, no, we're just fizzled here. Okay, let's pass. I mean, our opponent might just have it. Yeah, I don't know how that happens. When you're playing with something like Black Red Reanimator and you're taking 20 minutes. I feel your pain, Mitchell. I don't like slow play too. I'm more forgiving if they give me heads up. Like then it's fine. At least they know. But it's rather tilting when they're like 20 minutes behind on clock or something like that. And for me, it's not Reanimator players. It's the what is it called? It's the new test players for some reason that always take forever. Like the experienced test players. Yeah, so Leibniz. Test stands for the Epic Storm. It's a variant that plays Rite of Flame and like artifact mana. That's a storm deck. Craterhoof? What is going on? I think we do, but like, actually, we still win here. I think they might be. I don't know. We can just like we can still hoof, to be honest. I'm gonna play it safe actually and get another shepherd. So this is like double force through. In case they have force plus swords. This line typically doesn't happen often, but it's coming up now. Like this just plays through everything, right? Yes, Leibniz. The meddling mage typically names abrupt decay a lot in this kind of matchup. I'm not sure why they didn't there, and that hoof name seems kind of suspect to be honest. I think one of the three I would have named abrupt decay because typically that's like the elf removal of choice. I want to learn elves. Any tips? Yes. Couple actually. I post my videos online, so feel free to check that or like Julian's videos out. Testacular Curran Kieran also plays elves. Excuse me, I burp. But any long time elf player I would recommend just for sequencing reasons. I think if you're in it for the long haul, I would recommend my version. I think if you just want to get your feet wet immediately, probably the Netto version is quicker to learn. The other thing you want to do for tips is go fish a lot. If you have the cards or just proxy the cards, just like play in bed, and like you have to. There's been times where I'm in the middle of a glimpse chain and I kind of like do it quickly because I don't want to, bore chat. But it should be automatic. You don't want to have to think about your glimpse chains, and if you do, that means you need more reps. Like it wastes a lot of mental capacity for you to have to think during glimpse chains. Man, this is not great. Kind of greedy. Maybe I'll keep. Like, I know they're usually on like some kind of graveyard deck, and like natural order tends to be pretty good. The problem is like a Moda 5 already, like almost 4. Man, we're on the play, so I just think this is a mole. It just doesn't do anything. That's real good against them. Uh, yeah. Typically not. Two Once Upon a Time is typically also a mole. And Arbor is like half a mole. Yeah. That's why I'm mole. Like, you just have too many awkward lines. You just want clean. All right, so they are on that deck, as we kind of imagined they would be. Close. No cigar. Like, this is so much better, right? Like, you actually get to do things on turn 2 instead of just like hoping the top deck. Like, yeah, it's once upon a time, not twice. I've actually would play 4, but I keep drawing 2, and that's like somewhat tilting. You want exactly 1 in your opener. You can live with it, but not if another card is like a mole, like a natural order. So Max Yellow Mamba is my brother. He's trying to figure out what's going on in Legacy. All right, we have a kill. We just need to not draw. I'm gonna jinx myself, right? Need to not draw the hoof here. All right, that's good. That's actually very good. Like all of this should be on autopilot for people. Yeah. Okay. I know it's like a heavily contested card in Legacy. Once upon a time, I think the card is like straight up broken. Like I said, the only reason why I'm not playing 4 is because I just draw 2 a little more often than I would like when I play 4 copies, and that's the reason why I'm not playing 4. And I think Elves is probably the best shell to be running Once Upon a Time too, or if not the best, so like definitely up there. because 2 mana in the late game is like nothing for elves. And if you don't have 2 mana in the late game or can't afford to, then the game has already gone like considerably wrong. All right, get the bog in here. I'm not even okay. We want the Caracas for sure. I don't think we actually want any of the other cards. Like, what are we decaying here? Like, my awesome wife had just come downstairs. I'm playing 3 in my 8 knot deck. That makes sense. Like, I think you just want to see those cards consistently, right?
Hi, Liveness.
That was Judy, my wife. It is a good card. Yeah, I like 3 as well. That I think for Legacy, 3 is kind of the sweet spot because you don't really want to draw 2. Max says hi, Judy.
Oh, hi, Max.
She says hi too. And Lima said hi, but I think you don't want 4 because in Legacy you just have strong enough cards where you don't want to risk just awkward hands. But in Modern or like before, like in Modern, like with Standard before, where the power level is a lot lower, you don't mind the slight awkwardness because it's just so much higher power level than the comparative cards, so to speak. I think we're just fine. I'm just sorry for slow rolling here. The Stream Decker is not updated, I don't believe. Madrotha. I need to do that. I just need to figure out what the best way to do that is. This is kind of iffy. I think we keep because of the Reclaimer. So but yeah, I might need help from chat or whoever later to update that Stream Decker. I haven't done it in a while. I usually forget to do it. Judy is actually here, so she can actually read that comment right now. Slow rolling means to like, well, I guess it is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, Leibniz, my brother is talking about our kitchen table magic where we played cards you probably never even heard of, besides Circle Protection that red there. I was, yeah, once upon a time just played, pun not intended, but did play, lots of burn before. That's a hell of a draw. I think Max is right. I must be whitelisted, right? Like I draw maybe not exactly what I need, but like close to it every time. Just don't therapy me, please. It's like the old "don't tase me, bro." Don't therapy me, bro.
That was a bad joke.
Our opponent is having fun with us. They're like, "Pete, this cabal therapy." I don't know if I should dignify that with a response or not. I guess I should. Alright, I think we just play everything out now. How much did they mull to in the beginning? They mulled to 4? Jeez. Um, what did they see off the therapy? They saw the shepherd. I guess we keep the heritage in case they what's it called? We keep the heritage in case we draw a glimpse. Actually, I take that back. That's not gonna happen. So, but we still want the arbor there. Should I buy Strixhaven Dark Rituals and Duresses for paper? I like the old school personally, Max, but I don't think you go wrong since the but I like the old school personally. Ugh. Yeah, our opponent just hit us with a triple him or double him, right? Ugh. All right, now we need to draw our crop rotation or our you know, Caracas. Ice Age Dark Ritual is like fine. Thank you for the follow, Tony Czar. There's in case we just draw the fourth. Thanks for the follow, Kevin. Man, I got the whole all my buddies following me right now. I mentioned you actually just yesterday, Kevin. We talked about playing scared, and I said you and I would joke, scared money don't make no money, right? They might name natural order here, which is fine. What do they name? Yeah, natural order. Seems smart. Two, four, yeah, that's fine. I still have enough mana. I'm gonna do the old double block Hogak here. We have live draws, chat. Live draws. Oh, hey Tony, I didn't realize that was you. That's in chat. I mean, to be fair, Tony Czar could be like anything, right? I just gave a bunch of mod access. You might want to check your. Not fair at all. There can only be one. So the question here is, do they bash? I think, yeah, it makes sense that they would. What they do is they abyss us here, right? Oh no. Alright, so they had it. Jeez. Alright, we still have outs, but now we're like starting to run out of time here. That is not what we need. Actually, we're just, well, sort of. We're close to dead, but that Cabal therapy was nasty. So we have to absorb. Let's see. Is that still enough? Yeah, that takes us a 7. I mean 1. Sure. I mean, now we're dead. That's what happens, right? Like they answered our reclaimer and then we got hit with the therapy hitting glimpse, which is kind of nasty. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Trying to read the log of how the game played out. I think we're fine. Can't really complain, right? We already 5-0 tonight in kind of like an insane matchup earlier. I think this is fine because we don't lose the altar. We have like a lot of live top decks, so keep. Here I'm just diversifying the damage by Cabal Therapy, right? I don't think they'll name any of these cards to be honest, but you never know. Like, I would name if I were them maybe Natural Order. Like, what else could it be? Green Sun's like a reasonable one too, or Scavenge Use. Yeah, that's how you know your opponent's definitely not sniping, right? Like, it's like the logical name. All right. Ooh, that is a very good draw. We can just like dump our hand here, which is nice. A little bit soft to engineer, but like it is what it is. Ooh, missing land drops. I'm a little bit nervous about what they could possibly have. Here we get extra 5 damage if we play this. I don't think that's worth it. I think it's better to get the Arbor now and just bash with everybody. And it's not even 5 extra damage, right? Because you can actually get 3 in here by just attacking wide. The other reason why playing this fetch here is relevant is the deck thins too. I know I probably stressed that out more than like most people, but wow, okay. This is kind of a giveaway that we cut the Archon. For those who are keeping track. Okay, this is just nuts now. GG's. Yikes. That's a brutal. Their hand is actually pretty like good, right? Because they have the combo kill. We did happen to have the answer for it. Excuse me. But like I see why they kept the hand, and we didn't show. Thanks for the follow, Scavenging Boost. I was just saying like to chat earlier that was pretty savage hit on with therapy. I was like, I bet it's gonna happen right now, and it did. You got kind of screwed over the mana game 3, but I definitely see why you kept that hand. Like you can combo pretty early, and you don't know obviously we have the oof, but like it's a fast hand. And I didn't show Leyline game 2, right? So. I mean, we're running like super hot right now. Oh, for sure, Scavenging Blues. Like, I don't know what you were looking for, game 2, but you mode a 4. I wasn't sure if you were looking for like anti leyline hate or just like maybe awkward draws or combination of both. Um, but yeah, I think the good thing about playing a Reclaimerless is against the graveyard decks, most hands are keeps. I see. So okay, you weren't just digging for that like anti leyline hate or anything like that. It seems like you just um, slow hands or things like that, or not no mana or something. Huangshu. Not familiar with this user, but yeah, you can't keep a 6 land. Hogak can. This is actually not the best hand. We thank you for the follow, OMG Mock. Oh, I think that's Dennis, right? Let me know if it is. But so I could almost hard can. That's pretty funny. I think we still keep. It's not the best. I like you. This is like your least. Yo, Dennis. This is like your least ideal turn one play as an elf player. Like regardless of version. The exception is like against Delver. If you know they're on Delver, for instance, if it's like post board, like you just know from their username. Um, Good to protect Reclaimer. Um, in general, against Delver, like the order of like relevant creatures, it's like Reclaimer is best, like Symbiote is second, just to protect Reclaimer or Shepherd, and Shepherd's third, and then there's like a big drop after that. Like Birchrock tends to be pretty good too, to be fair. Uh, oh, the Romario line, right? I will not be exercising the Romario line here. So the inside joke there, for those of you who are watching, is when I was on Romario's stream, or I think I might have been in chat. I don't remember, but actually no, I was on. And then Romario, while I was away using the restroom, I came back. I was like, "Why is there an Arbor in play turn one?" And I was confused what happened. And turns out he went for the fetch Arbor line turn one. Oh my goodness! Did they mold a six Doomsday? Oh no, they what? Oh, damn, that's a sick line that they just had. Yeah, so they're gonna go for a second Inferno Tutor here. Man. Yep. I mean, I'm looking at these and I'm happy I have them now. What? We're playing against a hot deck, I must say, like from the other side. I don't know what is going on, but this is kind of like nuts. Yeah, I thought this is a vintage card, but maybe I'm wrong. I mean, I respect the hustle though. Like, this is a nice deck. Like, no lie. All right, we're just dead. I mean, it didn't matter what we did, right? Like, they were on the plane, killed us turn two. Like, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, we'll see if this is like worth its money right now, right? The fact that they went for petition, sorry, not petition, Citadel. I wonder if is like Bog relevant against them? Maybe not. Actually, actually it is because the Cabal ritual, right? Like, I think I still want it. So this is kind of alarming for me, right? Like, um, we have 7 cards that don't come in against combo. I think we gotta adjust this somehow. hmm Actually, maybe that's fine. We don't really have much coming. Actually, to be fair, Oof is like main deck, so that's like 1 extra already. Typically, I like to go down to 0 Visionary, 0 Wirewood in the Ant. Like, I have a lot of respect for Ant players, and I essentially make sure that against Ant specifically, the number of cards I have, ideally, when I board out, well, ideally I guess it would be 9, right? Because 4 Visionary, 4 Wirewood, 1 Hoof. So we have 8, so close. I think that's fine. That is a keep. Well, yeah. not great, but it's not getting better than this usually. Like, and this is like relevant too. They're gonna 4? It's like an all-in combo deck or what? What is going on? Maybe they are, yeah, because I mean, Citadel means probably fewer lands, right? So I don't know. Guess we'll find out. Like, it's gonna suck for them, right? Like, you go to 4, and then your opponent goes turn 1 discard. When in doubt, play this turn 1. If you are unsure. Take the tutor. Yep. I'll leave this out here. Unfortunate thing here is our hand is not particularly good. Like beyond that. Ponder. Yep. We have a lot, and when I say a lot, I mean a lot of live top decks. Okay. Speaking of the devil, I'm gonna like randomly play around days here too, right? I know. This is just like completely uncalled for, right? They're probably thinking you got to be kidding me. So the argument now is like, do I want to keep Reclaimer out? Do I want to start bashing? And I think the answer is you want to start bashing, given we have one line of protection here. Like we got a pressure. Like we have no clock whatsoever. Don't tell me they have decay already. Okay, thank goodness. They're just deck thinning. Alright, that's a little scarier. That is kind of scary, actually. I think in this case, I probably leave the Reclaimer up now. In case they want to go for like a graveyard line or something. Hey Sid and Norna, how's it going, man? We are running pretty hot in this streaming session so far. We're 5-0 so far today. What is it? Okay. Cabal Ritual, sure. We know 2 other cards. It's time for the old deck thinning. It is side, not Sid, but you're got that. Okay. Sorry, Side and Norna. I think I mentioned that yesterday that I, at the time, for the time being, am not. Just because I potentially have other plans. Oh my god. The awkward part is if they have a business spell, and I suspect that they do, they can get Echoing Truth to hit both the Deafening Silence. I think I'm gonna play it safe again. I know this is like probably the unpopular decision here, but I think I'm gonna leave the Reclaimer up in case they have the like everything. Actually, to be fair, they couldn't have had everything, right? Because if they decay here, then okay, that was missed by me. Like they would need to Echoing Truth into Dark Ritual, but I mean maybe they, or actually maybe they have the Echoing Truth in hand already. It's possible too. Wait, what? That's fair. What is going on? Oh, wow. Okay. They just completely bored it in to the creature plant, the smog plant. Jesus. I'm like, like they crossed me over. Like, if, for those of you who watch basketball. Thank you, Sida Norna. But yeah, my opponent here is just like crossing me over like nasty, right? Because I don't know what is going on, but like suddenly. Alright, I'm gonna just deck thin again. Since that has like no relevance in this matchup at the moment, like the life. I just need to draw. Why can't I draw something? Okay, so discard that. No peatlands, unfortunately, which is like hurting us big time right now. We might just be dead. This is like, I hope they don't have the smog, but it seems like they do. Yeah, for sure. Like we did not draw anything for like multiple turns, which is the problem, right? We kept the Thoughtseize hand and just yeah, now we're dead. Well, actually, they man, this gets around this. This is kind of obnoxious. Alright, we're just dead. Man, this is like brutal. So they go to yeah. Alright, we lost our first one today. Our opponent just like completely crossed us up. So can't be too mad. Like they're pretty cool deck overall. Like I just did not understand. Like if I had known what was up, we played very differently. Like I was not expecting this, obviously. And I thought we were gonna win this going away because of the Deafening Silence, and they just like bored it out of a Snorm deck. Shout out to them though, like super creative deck. Oh, here's the deck, Madrotha. We ran the Deafening Silence for the Storm decks. We have the Collector Oof main. I don't know if you watched that last match, Mitchell, but like if you're a basketball fan, you know I just get you mod access by the way, Mitchell. But we got like crossed up, like using basketball references by our opponent. Like I did not know what was going on with their deck, and then we're just ill prepared, so to speak. Madrotha. So yeah, we're running the two foul. We're under foul. We haven't played against Delver yet tonight, but they just have been insane in general. Sucks. We got our first loss tonight. So far, between 4 leagues, let's see, we've lost. We went 4-1, 3-2, 5-0, and now 2-1. So we've lost 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, like they Iversoned us right over Tyron Lou. Like game one, they like had Bolo Citadel, so I'm preparing for a storm deck, and then suddenly they smog us, chain smog us game two. Overall, let's see, we lost 4 times total, and we won 4, 7, 12, 13, 14. We're 14-4 right now. The last 2 nights. Oh no, this looks like a Belcher player. Maybe I'm misremembering. I feel like this is a Belgian player. I think we thin first here. I don't know what they're on, but I mean, it could be anything. Whoa. Ooh. Definitely take that. The question is what to do, and I think we play for a turn 2 here. Yeah, exactly, Romero. Like, man, I don't know what was going on, and then just like they got us like nasty there. I mean, I'm not even mad because like they, I mean, they outplayed us, like, or at least outdecked us, outdeck built us, so to speak. I think here, maybe I just go for. There are lands, I believe. Actually, this is a lands player. Oops, wrong one. I just hope they don't just tabernacle us here, which they could, right? With Reclaimer. So we can either play for the win. We can either play for the win or. Let me think. The fact that they have the Reclaimer means that they can answer the Archon too. I agree with Romero. Yeah, I was just going through the progressions there. Not to make my. I'm mixing up quarterback, like, references now with the. I'm mixing up, football references with basketball references now. But I agree we play for the win. Given this, like, just too many things can happen, like, otherwise. Like, the Maze of If can deal with the Archon is the big issue. And I think we just want to clean this out. If they have the Chasm, so be it. Like, we just live with it. I think, okay, we can either Cradle here, which seems like the right play. Yeah, I think I'm going to Cradle here. Smells like a Glacial Chasm is coming. Which is fine. Like, they get rid of it back to 0 lands. Ugh, I really hate playing against lands. This matchup is just not fun in my opinion. But, I mean, I understand, like, there's a lot of dedicated, devout lands players, and they just enjoy this kind of very grindy matchup. I mean, I like grindy matchups too, like in their defense, but not a fun matchup for me to play. Yeah, we definitely wish we had the trophy in this matchup. Although, to be fair, like yeah, we do. But we don't always play Wasteland if this is like an issue. Well, that's kind of nice. We can either we can get ooze here, which I'm not sure matters. I guess. I guess it does. I'm trying to think how we lose here. Yeah, I guess loam recursion would be like one way to lose. I think it's better than Archon here. Gotta grow our thing first. I'm gonna pretend to just like I don't know what I'm doing and see if they block. They probably won't, but because I actually want one more creature in the yard. I should have actually attacked with hoof to make it more believable. That is not good for us. Jesus. I bet it is. I got a good positive feedback on that last week. I mean, yesterday. Just my funny lines. This is what I do when I don't take it too seriously. So here, Archon and Instant wouldn't even matter, right? Like, see, this is like, yeah, quite annoying to play against, to be honest. They pitch. Oh, that's why. It's yeah. It's like really, really awkward now for us. Like I need a natural just to pitch a card. Ugh. Alright, we're just dead. This is like not very fun. Crop rotation would be pretty nice for now too. Just pitch the arbor like randomly. Ugh. I think we have a lands problem, guys. And gals. It would have been such the blowout right now. Just like in response, eat the arbor for a life. I wanted to, but Mitchell, but I think it might be a few weeks first before I can. They're attacking? Yeah, it's too late now. Would have been nice though. Like, actually, the misplay was. Let me see. When did I play that land? The misplay was not fetching, so I could draw better. Like, yeah, that's the real misplay. But I guess natural order would have been out too. Actually, that's not true. Yeah, I should not have fetched. It's correct not to fetch there because we're. Luckily, we have this now. Three Pfizer shots? That's pretty funny. That's one more than you need, but I think we might want Reclaimer. They're on Flagstone, so the K seems pretty good here. We don't care about oof. I think we just want speed in this matchup. Excuse me. So the thing is, like in this matchup, not kind of awkward, but sure. Nice. I think Pfizer is better. I personally got Moderna, and I definitely felt sick like both times. So take that for whatever it's worth. Here you gotta take the land, unfortunately. Like as much as I want the visionary, like you just against these wasteland decks, you just cannot be greedy. Especially since this is like prone to dying. The decay hitting the Mox Diamond is kind of nice. Actually, now we gotta hit the library. Now we gotta hit the library. We'll bash first. Part of me wants to hit the Mox Diamond. That's the greedy part of me, though. I think it's correct just to hit the library so they don't eat 8. Even Progenitus is weak to, what is it, Council's Judgment. You got to be kidding me. Life from the Loam? My goodness. Yikes. Can we please catch a break? Natural order doesn't even save us here. I don't think I care about that. They're shutting off their own life on the loan. Well, not really, actually. I forget this deck runs the what is it called? I forget this deck runs this version. Yeah. the creature out of the sideboard. So maybe we bring in the Cabal Pit. Oh, this is so awkward because our opponent we can't run a foul and hoof the same turn. Very awkward. So the problem is we hoof there and then we can't win, right? Like because they have the Merit Lage. So we have to bait them into doing this. Nice. Hopefully they don't have the swords. I mean, we can't really play around everything at this point. I don't think they would because they would have already done it. It's just kind of, yeah, we was forced to cannon this out is all. They got greedy in my opinion. Like they went for the kill again instead of Wasteland. Yeah. I felt like we stole this game somehow. Like we didn't really deserve to win. Like our opponent just ran into what should have been like a red flag. Like we just random crop rotation on their turn. I think it's fine. I want this. Too late, unfortunately. They're gonna have Canonist, and we're just gonna hate ourselves. But it's a keep. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's crazy to me people don't get the vaccine. I agree. You have got to be kidding me. Pretty sure we lost already. With this, we can't stomp these kind of starts. Unfortunately, is the problem. Like, we don't have force to will. We probably should have mulled, like to be fair, but I kept. It's kind of an iffy keep. I'm not sure we're beating this regardless, to be honest. Like turn one sphere resistance and just like our opponent not letting us play magic, essentially. Yep. I don't know if it's worth even trying to address this matchup. Like, we can't. There's like no real card that really beats that. I mean, maybe Force of Vigor, I guess. Man. Part of it's our fault too. Like, probably should have mulled. I got greedy there. Which happens, right? Like, you're playing leagues, you don't really think. You just keep like most hands. Um, I'm trying. The reason why I'm even thinking is like whether we should even continue. Force of Vigor would be nice, I guess. So that's something to keep in mind. Little known fact: back when I was playing Nettle Sentinel, I've actually glimpsed through a Sphere of Resistance before, which is kind of sweet. Can't really do that with this version, but it's not really a card I'm like. It's on my radar all the time. The funny thing here is we can actually drag out the game more if we want. There's no harm in just doing it on their turn too. As far as I can tell, it might change their lines. I don't know if I would have attacked with that Reclaimer. I think it's either zero or both, right? Not one. What's nice is they are giving us ways to draw back into this game. Loan? Yeah. They have a Wasteland? I don't think I want to give their Wasteland targets. I can't imagine. I don't even know what a win looks like from here. Like, this Sphere Resistance is just obnoxious against us. It's not that we can't beat it, it's just we kept a hand that can't beat it. Maybe. I'm not even sure Assassin's Trophy does anything really in this matchup either. What is going on? Tabernacle or something? Yep. Well, they have what? One? Oh, they have the kill. That's fine. I just concede. Sorry, chat. I know. I just wanted to see how this played out.
All right, so much for our winning streak. We started out 5-0, and the minute I, ran my mouth, we lost two in a row. I think there is definitely a blind spot for this deck at the moment, and that is the lands matchup. Whether it's worth addressing or not with this current configuration is um, another topic, but there is a blind spot at the moment. To be fair, also, I think we could have easily won that match. Maybe we don't need to change much. That's awesome, Madrotha. I've also won through turn 1 3 ball before. Um, but you need a very, very specific hand to beat that. And they have to have zero follow up to it. I think their only follow up might have been like Rabble Master or something, but I think they went turn 1 3 ball, I went turn 1 fetch. I think they went turn 2 Rabble Master. I went turn 2 fetch. And then they went turn 3 nothing. I think just attack with Rabble Master. And then I end step fetch. My turn cradle Progenitus, which is pretty funny. Or yeah, I think it was Progenitus. It was that or Archon, and then I stabilized from there. Oh my goodness. Why am I playing all the Lance players? I know, right? What is going on here? This is no fair. Our board is not built to beat this deck at the moment, and we keep running into it. Magic Gods must be upset with me for some reason. So, for those of you who were tuned in last night, we also lost to Ali last night. Last night our losses were to what were they? Can't remember off the top of my head. One was definitely Lands. Alright, we're just gonna go fast and just like hope they just don't have anything. The problem is when people know I'm on like elves, it gets exponentially harder too, right? Like, the problem with being on a deck that doesn't have Force of Will, and it's known is the issue. Like, people just mull for the nuts against you. Not that that's what's happening here, but it tends to be an issue. This, yeah, like, yeah, not a great feeling when your opponent can just like empty their hand turn two. Like I would imagine Ollie's like
keeping a hand only with exploration. I don't keep track of win rates in general, Madrotha, but I would imagine it's very high. They have the blast zone too. Is the problem? Like we can't realistic. Well, if they blast zone, they kill their own stuff. I guess. Like we just cannot um, sit back. If I were to guess, Madrotha against DNT is like 90% or something like that. I mean, I've lost before to it, but it's like rare. Again, that's just like off the top of my head. I don't actually keep numbers against any deck. I think the matchup is not 90-10 though. I think it is better for DNT than that. It just so happens that I think my record is around that. It's possible it's like 80-20. Maybe it's like I win 4 out of every 5 or something, if not more. I don't know. But I think the matchup is probably closer to like, if I were to guess, maybe 70-30. It just so happens I know the matchup very well from both sides, which gives me an advantage. Romario. Okay, off the top of my head, recently, I think, okay, I want to mention 2 things. I think the whole calendar of 2020, I don't think I lost to DNT like once. I think I went like a whole year roughly without losing to DNT, for whatever that's worth. That's like 20 wins in a row, whatever it is. Between 2019 and 2020. And then this year, I know I've definitely lost to Thomas Enevolson, like excellent, probably one of the best legacy players in general. And they were on DNT. And I think I lost one other time on stream for sure when they just had a strange. That was the one time I thought they were sniping me, by the way, where they just randomly had the Stone Cloaker to get their Peacekeeper back. So like a lot of uncommon DNT cards in general. I don't know what's going on here, but like I'm just gonna click OK. I think they're just gonna use a blast zone here. Yeah, I remember that. I think something about him drawing the progenitors, right? All right, so he's playing it safe. Like no reason not to. I'm just so far behind. Like it's probably right. Oh, did you see that Sound of Science video? It is so funny. I don't think I did. All right. I just can't imagine winning from there. Like, maybe we need combo back to like stomp on lands. Sure. Sure. Maybe I can. I'm trying to even think what a win looks like from here, and I'm not sure, to be honest. Yeah, Maverick being Elves must feel good. I don't know if you're. It must feel even better if you're on the green white version because at least black has engineer, and like the Nettle builds can't be engineer. I mean, I guess they can. Like if they have without force protection, they can just natural order for Progenitus. Oh, I got it. That makes sense. I probably have seen it, Madrotha, but I'll check it out later. I think I've seen what you're referring to though. So close. I needed a land there. Yeah, I could have natural order for the Archon. What the hell is going on? Okay, now that might just like seal our fate. How did they? Oh, it's, okay. I think they're just playing conservatively. Sorry. And then whenever the coast is clear, go for the kill. What the heck is going on? Hmm. The problem is the hoof is not lethal, and then they could just zone us, I guess. I don't even know. Like we don't even have any good lines here. We really needed like. Man, this is so problematic. We have to hope they mess up here. Like Archon just playing to lose. Like and I'm pretty sure we lost already, but yeah, we're just dead. That's fine. I don't even think I want this because they only go for it when it's safe, for the most part. Well, I don't know. Maybe we do still want it. Yeah, I think we still want it. It's like better than everything else we have. Like this matchup, we don't really want to grind. Like we want like turn 3 natural or like win. Maybe we board this in. We know they're on sphere. Yeah. I don't know. I don't even care about engineer these days. Like people play against me, I don't really care. The other hand was a Moto 5 already, which is why I kept. Maybe you keep it anyways because you just want lands against them. But I don't know. I'm like frustrated with this matchup. One of these days, I need to punish. I wish I could trade. I wish I could trade Natural Order or Glimpse or something for Green Force of Will, just to deal with this like kind of stuff. Yeah. Don't tell me they have the Natural Blast Zone. They do. Well, oh my god, it's even worse. This is just Jesus. All right, we gotta get rid of the loam here. We have the answer for the depths already, but this is kind of a cool trick, right? You just sack the arbor in response. Nope. You bounce so you don't lose everything. You just lose one creature and just live with it. Hello, darkness, my friend. I know, right? We're in a dark spot right now with this. This has got us very tilted. I think we gotta play Force of Vigor. If this is, we're gonna keep running into lands players. Huh. Okay. It's interesting. We need lands. Lands. Gotta get this online right now. Like, I cannot state how desperately we need to get this online. Port is interesting. Wasteland. Oh my goodness. Yep. Cannot beat this deck at the moment with this configuration. To be fair, maybe Ollie just plays at this time, so maybe the real solution is just not to play when Ollie's playing. Sure. Land drop. Fetch. Oh my goodness. That was like one of our outs. Uh, we needed to draw a fetch there. Then we get just natural order on the spot. Kind of brutal right now, though. What is going on? No land drop? They're gonna hit our land. Nope. We really needed the reclaimer to resolve there. I've won from these kind of boards. It's just I don't even know if it's worth the pain to play through something like this. You're such a big dog. I mean, to be fair, we came back from like a 5% against Mitchell earlier. So Demosian, we wrapped up at 5-0 in the previous league before this, and then we started this league. We were actually on a 5-0 run, undefeated streak until. I'm just gonna concede. This is just too miserable. We even had them run a foul. I just don't want to play through this. Like. All right. We lost to Lance twice there, and then the other matchup. What did we? Oh, we lost to that crazy Bolas's Citadel deck that transformed into the Smog deck, but. Um, I don't know. So two of our lands opponents were Ollie, to be fair. So once yesterday, once today, and maybe if I want to deal with them, like maybe it's time I just cut the silences and just start running Leyline of the Void because um, that deals with punishing fire. It deals with the loam recursion, which is how you lose any longer game. We have ways to beat their fast draws with Marrow Age, but they typically don't go over those lines at the moment. Also, Valakut Exploration is okay, but if we shut off their graveyard, I don't think we care. We can race that kind of draw. Like our draw is better. I will have to think about it some more, but maybe if spell based combo is bad right now, we just change these to Leyline of the Voids and just call it a day. This current configuration, I think, is a big dog to lands, but if I really want to short up, I can play either Leyline of the Void and or more crop rotation and maybe a Wasteland package, but even Wasteland wasn't particularly good against that kind of draw from them, where they just start recruiting low. Because the problem is they just mull for exploration, and if they are doing that, it's hard for us to beat because they're just playing like a combo deck, right? And except their combo is just to lock us out. I mean, there would be nothing else though, to be fair. But I mean, I can't complain. Like we 5-0 earlier tonight, and even though this league was real rough. Like at one point we were what? At one point we were 14-3, and then we just lost 3 in a row. So we're 14-6 now. Yeah, 14-6. So what is that? 14-6. So times 5. That's my math's bad now. 70%. Is that right? Yeah, 70%. Anybody from Twitch chat have a question? I think this league, was kind of a buzzkill once they had, lands at the end to finish out the league. I don't mind losing that Citadel deck, to be honest. It's pretty cool deck. I mean, they crossed us over. They deserve the win. But I think maybe this needs to be Leyline of the Void now. If people are just if lands is going to be popular, I'm going to run into Ali a lot. I'm not too scared about their Merit Lace draws, but the problem is we can't get. They play in a very controlling way at the moment, especially if they know we don't have Leyline to check them. So we'll see, right? Anybody have any questions? We didn't face any Delver, which was interesting. This card's absolutely insane. Against Delver. The current iteration of Delver that I think is best right now is Blue Red, with expressive iteration and Sprite Dragon and Whale. And this thing deals with everything you care about besides Pyromancer, which is a card you can beat. Yeah, this card has been absolutely nuts. If you tuned in yesterday, Madrota, I don't think you did. We had a Delver opponent respond to us or comment to us that, man, this card is broken and like it's unfair. Speaking of unfair, I don't think Jonathan's online right now, but I wanted to give a friendly reminder that Force of Negation is unfair and modern for our boy Jonathan. Yeah, I think going forward, I think I'm gonna want some number of Leyline of the Void, like especially if not Leyline, if Lands is popular. Force of Vigor is pretty good too. The problem with these kind of cards though is like, just Force is like okay against Test, Leyline's okay against Ant. Neither is good against Doomsday. I played some modern. I didn't play Storm, but I can believe it. There's like Damping Sphere, which is like good against Tron, good against Storm. I mean, I don't know. I don't think people are playing this card in modern, but maybe they are. I don't know. I used to play Green White Reclaimer in modern. I mean, those are the good old days. Like, shout out to X Whale, to Levi. I don't know who else. Oh, sorry, Ari Zax. Those are like the Reclaimer cabal that I trusted and guided me well in the mocks. Yes, pour one out for Field of the Dead. What a great deck though. I'd be so far behind against these Thoughtseize decks, and then you just top deck Primeval Titan and suddenly they can't win. Primeval Titan hidden secret is secretly the modern natural order. I don't know how many people need to hear that, but it is the natural order in modern. All right, I think with that said, it was a fun stream overall. We didn't end strong, but we had that crazy match earlier tonight. So that's probably the highlight of tonight, to be honest. And can't really complain. I think the deck is like soft, like, for the most part to graveyard-based decks at the moment, but particularly lands. But I have to think about how to address that. I think that aside, I felt the deck was pretty good against everything else. We didn't play against Delver today, but to recap, we went 4-0 against Delver yesterday. So this thing is like, it's whale hunting season, guys and gals. All right, who in particular would you like to me to stream to? There's a couple. There's Caleb. There's Deathsea. There's Zain Zaid. Anyone you want me to rate in particular? There's Bolander. Let's go to Bolander because help out somebody who's just starting out. I see a person playing Legacy Dredge. Would you like to play against Legacy Dredge, Romario? Who's playing Legacy Dredge that you'd like to watch? Going in 3, 2, 1. Otherwise, it's gonna be Bolander, I guess. Chat, any opinion? Oh, okay. I'll raid Jax Ryan then, since Romario asked for it. This channel has follow. Okay, so only subscribers and followers can chat in their